Hey there. This is Venger Asna Satanis, Ipsissimus of the Cthulhu Cult. How's it going? This video I'm responding to has come to my attention. I just stumbled upon it, actually. Well, once a month, I like to go log on to the Satanic International Network just to see what people are talking about me. Sin is sort of my TMZ. And a lot of the people that post regularly on Zach's Satanic International Network are kind of like the paparazzi for Venger Satanis. And I get a lot of news and updates and videos and blogs and forum posts, etc. on what I might be up to, and rumors and gossip and all sorts of people talking about whatever having to do with me, people obsessed with me. Anyway, but that's all good. I like it when people talk and hate and start conversations. So this is a conversation, this video, and let's get it going. So without addressing me personally, I guess it's about the Cult of Cthulhu. But it's also probably about Venger Satanis, of course. Alright, I'm just going to start in. Okay. A world without any kind of supernatural influence. Now I'm separating those words, super and natural, deliberately. Supernatural influence. What is supernatural? It's something that's above or beyond or outside of nature. And what is nature? Is nature just what we know, what we think we know, what we can prove with our limited science, our limited brains and mental capacity and understanding of the universe? So maybe we should think about supernatural before we go tossing out our opinions on what's possible and what's not possible. Is it not possible for there to be a supernatural influence on this world, on this reality? I'll let you guys decide that, the people watching this video. Okay, I had to restart it. It was running out of power, out of battery juice. Okay, what else? If H.P. Lovecraft tried to use the Mythos to prop up his ideology of atheistic, objectivist materialism, then that means the Mythos would be satire rather than allegory. And I don't think H.P. Lovecraft was being ironic or sarcastic. And I also don't think that the great old ones were used to ridicule a supernatural influence. As you stated in your video, H.P. Lovecraft's Mythos is more of an allegory. And as dictionary.com defines it, allegory, a representation of an abstract or spiritual meaning through concrete or material forms. So already we're getting into the fact that H.P. Lovecraft tried to take a spiritual idea and put it into a framework that we could understand. A framework that was entertaining, a framework that was outside the norm, the generally accepted conception of things. It sort of turned things on its head. I agree. The great old ones, as Lovecraft wrote, are beyond good and evil. And mankind, in general, cannot hope to achieve an understanding or a full conceptualization of what the great old ones are about, or what they even are. I, and a few others, hope, in our humble way, to understand, to elucidate what these are, what these forms are, what these beings are, these constructions, this abstraction, this allegory, And that's what the Cult of Cthulhu is about. Is it satanic? Well, I'll let each individual decide that for themselves. Is Satanism not blasphemy? You mentioned that what the Cult of Cthulhu was doing with H.P. Lovecraft's work, taking the literary ideas of a materialist and someone that didn't have a religion. In that way, Lovecraft was an atheist. He was without religion. But I'm sure there were things that he believed in. And I know that there are aesthetic things that he was interested in, that he valued above the mundane matter, all around him. He valued art over making a living. And he valued the decadent writing of Lord Dunsany and Chambers and Poe and figures like that over what was going on in the 1920s and 30s in the way of literature and his contemporaries and things like that. So is it blasphemy? That's what I'm getting at. Is it blasphemy? Maybe it is. Should we be blasphemous? Maybe we should. If you don't think that Satanism is blasphemy in some sort of way, then maybe you're doing it wrong. I don't know. I think most people believe that Satanism is blasphemous, and that's part of the appeal. But perhaps I'm way off base on that. Some people believe that Satanism is purely atheistic, and that's the only way you can look at it. I couldn't be more opposed to that idea. I think it's fine to some degree if you are atheistic and still call yourself a Satanist. I'm not going to go out there and say you're not a Satanist just because you don't believe in some sort of supernatural influence. But on the other hand, to be closed off to that possibility, to just shut the door that there might be some sort of grand design or something that we just don't know about. There's more to the puzzle than the little pieces that we have in front of us. To simply say without a doubt, nope, that's not possible. Whatever pieces we have to this puzzle, that's all there is. There aren't more pieces, underneath the couch or somewhere in the mattress sheets or in a different box at someone else's house, that we just don't know about. That's just silly. If you're going to close yourself off to the possibility of the unknown itself, then why are you even reading Lovecraft? Lovecraft is all about the unknown and the cosmic horrors therein. And if you're completely closed off to any idea of the unknown or the possibility of what might be out there, then I don't know. Why are you reading Lovecraft? Is it for the big fancy words and the archaic language? Is it because you like reading about slimy tentacles? I don't know. There aren't actually that many slimy tentacles in Lovecraft. I've looked a lot. There are some, here and there. Not as many as I'd like, but still. There should be more. More, damn you! Come on, Lovecraft. Keep writing. If only. Okay. I deny objectivism. I really, really do. I don't think there is one true all-purpose awareness. And if there is, then I'm pretty sure that it's not being held by an internet Satanist with a YouTube account who's judging me. If there is an objective viewpoint, an objective reality, then it's being held by some outer force or some remote viewing device or being or what have you. What there are probably is an infinite number of subjective realities and subjective awarenesses that some align and coalesce and others are opposed. So that's my very short treatise on objectivism versus subjectivism. What else? Oh, yes, as long as we're on the subject of Satanism. So what is the basis of Satanism? Well, I believe, and I think many Satanists would agree with me, that it goes all the way back to the left-hand path. Satanism is just the left-hand path with the reverse or negative or dark side of Christian mythology. That's what Satanism is. Without the left-hand path, there would be no Satanism. I hope maybe we can agree on that, maybe not. Maybe that's going to spawn a whole new video or series of videos. I don't know. And what is the left-hand path? I'll say it again for those who don't know. Autonomy, power, and self-deification. That one's the most important. That's godhood. That's becoming as God himself. Becoming like the great old ones. Transcending this shell, this world, this reality, time and space, death, everything. Becoming more. Becoming all. Not being swallowed up or having your essence destroyed or annihilated like the right-hand path, but being able to reach the zenith of your potential, which, as a shorthand, we call God, godhood, deification. It's the deification of the self. Each individual has the capacity or the potential to become like God. And that is my belief, and that is what the Cult of Cthulhu and Satanism and a dozen other left-hand path philosophies and religions are all about. So, yeah, if you want to make a video trying to refute that, then you go, girl. Be my guest. I would love to see it and debate that on some open forum. Because this is my cup of tea, talking about this kind of thing and doing it. That's what I was put on this earth to do. So, I think that's it. Obviously, I'm also a Lovecraft fan. I love his work, and I saw something in his work that was more powerful than a lot of the aesthetics and the window dressing and the backdrop of these various left-hand path religions and philosophies out there. I find Cthulhu and Yog-Sothoth and the Necronomicon and such, they resonate with me more than Satan and Lucifer and hell or whatever. I grew up with Satanism. When I was I think a junior in high school, I organized and started my own, basically my own devil-worshipping cult. It was called the Blasphemous Dawn. And back then I went by the moniker Dark Demon David. So that was in 1991, 92. So, I'm a Satanist or a devil from way back. And I think I know a thing or two about what Satanism is, what the left-hand path is, what darkness is. And I don't know, if you have something else to say it. Or anyone else watching this, if you want to start something, whether it's some sort of internet brawl or a conversation or something productive, destructive, whatever, I'm right here. Come get me. Venture Satanis. Yeah, Cthulhu Fatagan.